warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Introduction to parts of speech. Parts of speech is in the sentence. The words in a sentence is mainly for expressing the grammatical properties or certain grammatical rules. There are eight parts of speech, namely noun, pronoun, adverb, adjective, interjection, conjunction, preposition. Now I would like to call upon Amna to start the parts of speech.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Myself Amna Nishin, and I am going to present the noun. Noun is a word that is used to name a person, place, animal, thing, or idea. For example, pav bhaji is a noun here.
The noun is used in a place of noun to avoid unnecessary and awkward repetition. For example, this is a blue box. Now I'd like to call Faiza for verb.
Verb. Verb means the action, occurrence, or state of being. For example, open, eat. Now I would like to call upon Kulso for adjective. An adjective is a word used to describe, qualify a noun or a pronoun.
So now, here we start a new topic, degree of comparison. Degree of comparison describes the differences between the adverb or adjective. There are three main degrees, positive, comparative, and superlative. Now I would like to call upon Faiza, Kulsum, and Sidra to explain the examples.
Positive degree. Positive degree has a root word and which is not compared with any other word, just like dark. The comparative degree compares two person or thing to show which is the lesser or greater degree of quality. For example, darker.
The superlative degree is used to compare the things or a person into two different species. For example, this is the darkest. This is the darkest.
Now we're done.
So now, let's jump to a new topic, vocabulary. Vocabulary refers to a collection of words and phrases. It encompasses various aspects, for example, word meanings, usage, and context. For example, you know what, actually, when you build your vocabulary, vocabulary building enhances compression, communication, and expressions. So I'd like to call Madiha to present synonyms and antonyms.
Synonyms and antonyms. Synonyms are the words which have same and similar meaning in the same language. For example, large, big, small, little. Antonyms are the words which have opposite meanings in the same language. For example, large, small, right, left. I would like to call Manha for prefix and suffix.
Myself Sheikh Manna, and I am going to present about prefix and suffix. A group of letters placed at the beginning of a word known as root word is called, to change its meaning, is called prefix. Example, un is the root word and able, un is the prefix and able is the root word. Un plus able is unable. And the second example is re plus call is recall. A group of letters placed at the end of a word known as root word to change its form or meaning is called suffix. Example, partner is the root word and ship is the suffix. Partner plus ship is equals to partnership. And the second example is right plus whole is equals to right whole. Thank you. I would like to call Ikra to wordchain.
Wordchain is formed by arranging the specific words in different in specific sequences. Like here is table. So if the last word of the first letter is, we will start the second letter. Also here is R. So we will the letter is going to rough and this hand is like. So the last word of the first letter is going to be the second letter, the starting. Okay. Now I would like to call Zoya for alphabetical.
Alphabetical order is refers to the arrangement of letters in alphabetical order based on the letters of the word. Here we have apple, banana, cherry, donkey, eggs, and fish.
Word formation. The creation of new word by exchanging the existing word is known as word formation. For example, talented. This is a root word. After adding ed, it has become a new word, talented. Now I would like to call Amna for collocation.
Collocation. Two or more words that are added together in English language is called as collocation. For example, it's a boiled egg. We added boiled before egg. It is popularly known by native speakers, boiled egg. Now I would like to call upon Faiza for phrases.
Phrases. The group of words in sentence used to express an idea but cannot explain the sentence. For example, up and down, meaning to and fro. Sentence, the criminal angrily looked pace in the to and fro in itself. Second example, in the piece of work, it means the product of someone's effort. Sentence, this scale is a fine piece of work. Now, I would like to conclude this activity. Thank you, Jazakallah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is me, Sayyid Sugra, and my group, Hana Nima, Nazish, and Sani Humaira, Bhala Fatih, Zoya Shabir, Fanisha, Maryam Irfan, Now, we are here to present our three topics, which are degree of comparison, parts of speech, and our favorite vocabulary. So now first we will start from degree of comparison. Now, the degree of comparison adjective have three forms to which an extent in a certain quality is present. This is known as degree of comparison, and it also has three types. The one, positive degree. Positive degree offers no comparison. It just talks about the existence of a quality. For example, tall, clean, hot, all comes in the positive degree. The second is comparative degree. The comparative degree compares two persons or things more to show which has the lesser or greater quality of degree of quality. For example, taller, cleaner, all comes in the comparative degree. Now, the superlative degree. The superlative degree compares more than two persons or things, show which has least or greatest degree of quality. For example, taller, cleanest, all comes in the superlative degree.
As you all are now familiar with the topic degree of comparison explained by my friend Subra, now I will explain the formation of degree of comparison. The formation mainly revolves around comparative and superlative degrees. But while forming them, there are some key rules which we need to consider while forming them. So, the first rule, the simplest one, most adjectives only add ER and EST after their root word. For example, far, farther, farthest. Second, the comparative and superlative, and after replacing Y with I, we have to add ER and EST. For example, happy, happier, and happiest. Now, the fourth rule. This rule follows a definite pattern, which is consonant, vowel, and consonant. When the root word is following this pattern, the last word will be double in comparative and superlative, and then ER and EST will be added. For example, big, bigger, biggest. As you can see, the root word big, B is consonant, I is vowel, and G is also consonant, and this follows our above mentioned pattern. Now, the last rule, which is the wildcard adjectives. Some adjectives are just wildcards. They don't follow any of the rules above mentioned. They are just like backbenchers of a class. So, for example, good, better, best, bad, worse, worst. We just have to memorize them. So, now I realize that my homework was good, my friend's homework was better. But for a principal ma'am, the best is also okay, do better next time. Thank you.
Now, here comes the parts of speech. We have 8 types of parts of speech, which is noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Now, first we will start from noun and pronoun.
Noun. A word noun is used as name, place, animal, thing. For example, Mohan works as a chef in a restaurant. Action speaks louder than words. Pronoun. A word pronoun is used to replace noun to avoid repetitions. For example, the miner said he found a diamond.
Now, verb and adverb.
A verb is a word used to denote an action, possession, existence. For example, Neha has 7 pairs of shoes. Adverb. An adverb is a word used to modify a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. For example, the winner will be announced soon.
Now, we would like to learn about adjective and preposition.
Preposition is a word used to describe, qualify a noun or a pronoun. Example, she is a beautiful girl. Preposition. Preposition is a word used with a noun or a pronoun to indicate its position or its relationship with something else. Example, I gave the book to my partner.
Last but not the least, interjection and conjunction.
Conjunction. Conjunction is a word used to join the sentence, phrase, and clause. For example, the long and narrow path lead to the forest. Interjection. Interjection is used to express feeling or emotion. For example, hooray, we have won the first prize.
Now, our favorite vocabulary, we will like to start from correct spelling.
Correct spelling. Incorrect means wrong or inaccurate arrangement of letter, and correct means accurate arrangement of letter. For example, here there is a future. This one is incorrect and this one is correct.
Now, antonyms and synonyms.
So now, I'm going to present the two very cool ideas from our English language. Synonyms and antonyms. Synonyms known as Samanarthi in Hindi and antonyms as Virudharthi. But let us know first the story behind this, how they are born. Synonyms. The two words were met at the party. They said, hey, you just look like me, but your outfit is different. Then they become best friends and they laugh together. Because they meant the same, but they are just different in look alike. Example, small, tiny, beautiful, gorgeous. Now, antonyms. So, two words were arguing very loudly. One said, I love day. One said,
Format by arranging word in a specific sequence. Arranging word that the last letter of each word is used to arrange another word by the last word for begin. To use begin words in next word. For an example, Mariha, then Adiba, Aisha, and then Amna. As you can see over here, the Madhya name have a last word A. By A only I found Adiba. And the second word is also Adiba. It also have a A. Then I found Aisha. Aisha also have a last word A. Then I found Amna.
Now, our next topic is word register.
Word register refers to a set of words that are used in the specific situation. Such register indicates whether the situation in the question is formal or informal. For example, a word register for agriculture. So there are farmer, tractor, yield, rain, etc.
Now, our Next is hidden words. The words can be formed by using the letters. Relatively longer words are known as hidden words. This exercise, also finding such words, keeps one's mind sharper and helps strengthen one's vocabulary. Now here's an exercise for you, ma'am. Here's the word hairdressing. You have to make 2 words from hairdressing. Here are the words.
So from this one. This also has na?
Now, our next topic comes collocations.
Collocation means 2 or more words that are used together in English are known as a collocation. For example, have a look, have a try.
Word formation. The creation of new words by making changes into existing words are known as word formation. These changes can be made in following ways. By changing the spelling to a word like practice becomes practice. By adding a prefix to a word, abuse, destruct, illegitimate. By adding a suffix to a word, lawful, painless, movable. Now we are having 4 types of word formation that are noun formation. Noun can be formed by adding a suffix to it, and the certain changes can be also made by changing the spelling to a word before adding a suffix to it. For example, the word
Now, I'm here to sprinkle some fun into your day by explaining a new topic, compound words. But what are compound words? Once upon a time, 2 words were walking. They were very lonely, so they decided to patch up. And then they make a powerful team and a new interesting meaning. So this is how the compound words were formed. Compound words are of 3 main types: compound nouns, compound adjectives, and compound verbs. Compound noun names a person, place, thing, or idea. For example, tooth plus brush equals to toothbrush. Here it names an object. So whenever you are brushing your teeth, just remember you are holding a compound noun in your hand. Second, compound adjective. It describes something better and making it more interesting. For example, part plus time equals to part-time. Describes a job. High plus speed equals to high speed. It describes a speed. For example, remember and imagine a high-speed roller coaster. It is a thrilling, right? I know. Third, compound adjective. It compound verb. So now this shows actions of something with some extra flavor. For example, over plus cook equals to overcook. This shows a action of a cooking. So whenever you are cooking noodles and they overcook, just remember you make a compound verb and a disaster.
Today we have English activity. Today we have to explain in grammar 3 topics. The first is parts of speech. The second is degrees of comparison. And the third is vocabulary. Ma'am, do you know how many types of parts of speech are there? If you know, let us tell you. There are noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, and conjunction and preposition. So I would like to call Shafaq to explain what is noun.
Noun is a particular name of a person, animal, thing, or place. So my name is Shafaq. Shafaq is a proper noun. This is lion. Lion is a proper noun. This is mosque where Muslims go for prayer. This is also a proper noun. This is a tape. This is a thing. This is also a proper noun. For example.
Now for pronoun, I would like to call Amreen to come forward.
Hi, I'm a pronoun. A pronoun is a word used in place of noun to avoid unnecessary and awkward repetition. For example, Shafaq studied very hard for the test. She scored full marks. Here, instead of the name, we have used she. The lion lives in the forest. He is the king of the jungle. Instead of lion, we have used he.
Now for verb, I would like to call Sana Sayyid.
Verb indicates action word. For example, I am reading the book. The word reading is a verb as it takes action.
For adverb, I would like to call Aisha Froze.
Adverb is a word which tells more about people. It can tell how, when, where, to what extent, how much, how many, or the speaker's opinion about the action. For example, my horse is running very fast. In this sentence, the word very tells how much fast my horse is running. I have looked everywhere. In this sentence, everywhere is telling where I have did the action of looking.
Now, conjunction.
A word which joins the sentence, phrase, or a word is called a conjunction. Example: the long and the narrow part lead to the forest. Second example: all of us went for the ice cream after the show.
Preposition. Preposition indicates the position of a thing or possessiveness about it. The ball is kept on the table. Here the on is showing the position of the ball. The puzzles are inside the ball. Here the inside is showing the position of the puzzle. Now, the second topic of ours is vocabulary. Ma'am, do you know how many topics are there in vocabulary? Let me tell. Antonyms, synonyms, homographs, homophones, hidden words, prefix and suffix, compound words, and word register. Shafaq, please come forward.
Antonyms are the opposite words. For example, the pouch is opaque. This pouch is transparent. the word transparent have the antonyms opaque. Synonyms are the words of same meanings. The bag is heavy. The bag is weighty. The synonyms for the word weight is weighty.
Hi, I am a homophone as well as homograph. Homophones. Homophones are the words that have the same pronunciation but have different spellings as well as different meanings. For example, pear. I prefer eating a ripe pear for a sweet snack. Here, pear is a fruit. A pair of socks. Here, pair means the things which are which are double. Second example, my heart sank as we began to ship water. Here, ship is a vehicle which floats on the water. Black sheep are much rarer than white sheep. Here, ship is an animal. Now, homographs. Homographs are words that have same spelling but different meaning. First example, it takes 5 hours by train. Here, train is a vehicle. Rita train her dolphin there. Here, train means to teach someone something. Second example, I love to eat orange. Here, orange is a fruit. Ria's favorite color is orange. Here, orange is a color. Thank you.